Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So it's Monday and you know what that means, another galactic challenge for us to go through. So this time we are taken to the planet of Tatooine where we have to face a squad of rebels and you get some bonuses for separatists. And now in this video I'll first talk through some of the mechanics here of this event on Tatooine and the bonuses that both sides get, and then I'll show you two battles. So the first battle will be with Grievous Separatist droids that will obviously complete that feat that you need to win with a full team of Separatists, and then the second battle I'll show you RJT training team that will complete the other two feats, so the one where you have to remove turn meter and evade 10 times. So if you're interested just in those battles, you can just skip through. There'll be, as always, chapters here in this YouTube video, so just skip through. But otherwise, let's get into it. So first things first, let's have a look at the global modifier. So for Tatooine, if you need a reminder, is the Dune Sandstorm global modifier. So this is kind of a negative modifier here. So at the end of every turn, all units are inflicted with damage over time, which can't be resisted. However, it can be cleansed. So, you know, that's not too bad there. And then we've got here a modifier for your Separatists. And this modifier here, I don't know, didn't make a whole lot of difference. I mean, the good thing about it is you do get summoned the sniper droid that can stun and ability block, so that's useful. But the other bonuses here, I don't feel they're really that impactful, at least on tier 7. And then finally the enemy modifier, which we know what rebels get. They get this chance to attack over and over and over again on a critical hit. So sometimes I watch like they have a Ahsoka Fulcrum on their team. She was like going like 10 times in a row, boom, boom, boom. So yeah, it's a bit of RNG this one, because it just depends on how many attacks they get in a row, the rebels. Alright, so this is kind of the global modifiers here. There's nothing really special about them. And now all the feats as mentioned before, so you have to complete the battle, obviously, as always. And then the first battle, I'll show completing of this feat. We'll have to do it with a full squad of Separatists. And then the second battle that I'll show you will be completing the other two feats. So the one where you have to win after evading 10 attacks, and another one you have to win after removing 400% turn meter. Now the team, as you can see here, will be facing is Commander Luke Skywalker here, with 3PO and Chewie, Han, Ahsoka Fulcrum, and Old Ben. Alright, so with this kind of overview here of the modifiers, the feats, and the enemy, let me just show you the team that I used in the first battle and explain you some of the mechanics behind the team. And the team that I've chosen to complete this first Separatist feat is actual Grievous team here with Newt Gunray. So this is a team that normally is very good to counter those, you know, CLS, Chewbacca, Han, 3PO teams that are now very common in Grand Arena and Territory Wars. So I'm like, well, it's a similar team we're going up against, so might as well give this a go. So let's first look at Grievous here. So mine's at Relic 4, I have him modded for health, so his health is 130k and speed just over 200 there. And when it comes to actual abilities here from Grievous, obviously Grievous brings a lot, but I just want to highlight, you know, kind of two key components here. First is his AoE that applies target lock on all enemies. Obviously these can be resisted, so in the opening move, when you do the AoE with Grievous, if you don't get at least a couple of target locks on the board, you maybe want to back out and try again, because you really need to spread those target locks fast in beginning. And that is, if we look at the leadership here from Grievous, there's a bit that says the target locked enemies can't counterattack. And that's how you can then stop rebels, because if they're counterattacking all your attacks, especially AoEs, they will quickly burn through your guys like it's nothing. So this is kind of, you know, what Grievous brings here to the table. That's kind of key to success in this particular event. Up next, I have a Relic 5 here, B1. I have him modded for offense, a little bit speedy, so he's a 251 speed and offense there over 8k. And then here I have a B2, so he's Relic 3. I have him modded for some potency, really. Speed on him is not all that important. Now with B2, obviously it's always tempting to keep spamming his AoE whenever you can. However, if you do not have a lot of target locks on the board, maybe sometimes it's better to use his basic that has a chance to apply target lock, because you really need to get those target locks applied to as many people as you can to prevent counterattacks. The Newt here, so mine's relic free, but you don't need to have him that high. In my other account I did it with gear 12. That's not a problem at all. And a good thing about Newt Gunray is, especially at gear 12, he's squishy, and maybe Han will just take him out straight in the beginning with his first shot. But as we know, Newt Gunray, when he's defeated the first time, he revives. But because he was defeated, this will immediately give turn to Grievous, so he can go out, smash his AoE, and apply target locks on as many people as possible. Then obviously you've got a bit of extortion here going on with Newt as well, so that's always useful. Now let me show you the mods on him. I just have some speed, so he's there at 283. And then Relic 1 here, Magna Guard, just have him more at 4. Some protection, really. Again, he doesn't need speed at all. He just needs to be survivable, so he can take as many hits as possible. And it's also worth mentioning here that his special attack here as well can apply stun, which is important because especially applying stun on old Ben is good, just because, you know, he doesn't get his ability block, turn meter removal ability going, mind tricking you, and as well get his taunt up. So, you know, you have another stun there on top of the sniper droid stun, so that's useful. And then his AoE here, he will dispel all debuffs on Separatist allies, which is again here, remember, we've got all those dots stacking for every unit's turn. So, you know, when you get a lot of stacks, you can just unleash this AoE, if Magna Guard is still alive, that is, just to cleanse those off your guys. Okay, so with the mechanics of this first battle covered, let me just jump now into the battle. Alright, let's see who Han will shoot first. So went after Magna Guard. So there you go, Magna Guard is gone. Now ideal scenario probably here is that Newt would get taken out first, because he would get revived and you would still have 5 people standing at this point, but let's just go with it. So this gives them bonus turn to Grievous, so you can go and smash AoE now. As mentioned before, we'll apply target lock. So there you go, I got 2 target locks on the board, so I decided to continue here. So this is my recommendation. Here, you know, if you don't get at least 2 target locks, maybe just back out and try again. Okay, so we got now a couple of target locks here. So next here with B2, I decided to do AoE here, hoping to land buff immunity over on Ben. Unfortunately, this did not happen. And then I use basic there to apply now target lock on 3PO and Chewie. Alright, now my poor sniper droid he didn't even have a chance to use his stun ability. Anyway, let's smash another AoE, apply more target locks here. And now just a case of taking these guys out. Now, Ahsoka Fulcrum there, you can't apply debuffs on her, she will just keep cleansing them. But everybody else now is target locked, and once everybody's target locked, you know, it's really easy. It feeds turn meter to your team, they can't counter attack, and it also recovers some health and protection for your guys. So, you know, once you've got these target locks spread, it's just a case of taking these guys out. But my Relic 4 Grievous doesn't pack as much punch as probably he should. But, you know, we're getting there, so here we go. Let's spread some extortion there. So as you can see here, we got a lot of dots here on 3PO and Han, so I just decided to leave 3PO to get a turn, because once he does get a turn, you know, he'll just be defeated from dots. So I decided, okay, let's go after Han here. Okay, let's see if we can get a stun on somebody. So like I said, 3PO Chewie will die anyway from dots. So I decided to go after Han. So there goes Ben, there goes everybody. Now unfortunately, like I said, on Fulcrum there you can't apply debuffs, she will just cleanse them off. So she can be a handful in the end to finish off. But hopefully my Grievous here at Rally 4 will pack enough punch. Oh, we got a big whirlwind there. Look at all his attacks. Alright, let's just smash another AoE here. Now we don't really need to worry about Luke there anymore. I think he's got a lot of dots. So that should take him out. There we go. Come on, Ahsoka. Now my B1's almost out. There we go. So 1v1 now, come on. There we go. Another AoE. And there we go. There you go, so that's how I completed here. Now this wasn't the cleanest of wins here. My other account, where they've actually taken out Newt Gunray first, was a much cleaner win. But here, losing Magna Guard's turret in the beginning, you know, I lost my tank, so it wasn't as clean win as it is. But still, I wanted to show, even when, you know, not everything goes perfect, this team still works really well. You might have to try it, like I said, a couple of times until you get those target locks, but once you've got those target locks down on the board, you know, you should be good to go. And you can see this now completed the 2 feats here, the first 2 feats. And now let's move on to the second team, and let me first show you the team that I used to complete the remaining 2 feats. So that's the one where you have to remove turn meter and evade attacks. I'll first show you their mods and as well explain the mechanics of that team, and then we'll go through the battle. And I've been testing a few different teams out. Obviously, you know, if you do have Galactic Legendary, she makes this a lot easier, this feat. But if you don't, I just wanted to find a team that can complete all these feats without a Galactic Legend. And this is the team that I was able to get to work. So let me first show you my Rey here, Jedi Training. So she's Relic 7. I have her modded for damage and some speed. So that's her mods right there. And obviously here, what Rey brings is a turn meter removal that can't be resisted. So she's got turn meter removal on her mind trick. But most importantly, from her leadership, whenever resistance allies use a special ability, all exposed enemies will lose again turn meter, 5% turn meter, which can't be resisted. So there's a lot of unresistible turn meter removal when it comes to Rey here. That's why she's really good in this team, as well as she can apply healing immunity that can't be cleansed, which means you will be able to a little bit control Ahsoka Fulcrum a bit better than with Grievous team, because she won't be able to cleanse off that healing immunity. So that's the turn meter removal part covered, and actually the turn meter removal part here with this team is pretty straightforward. I didn't have issues. Every time I went in, I won. I removed more than 400% turn meter. That wasn't an issue. The issue really is evading 10 times and winning, because rebels, they pack so much punch that if you don't overwhelm them quickly, they will overwhelm you, not giving you a chance to actually evade attacks 10 times. And on top of that, Han's basic as well as Old Man's basic, they can't be evaded. And also the special attack, the Whirlwind from Ahsoka, again can't be evaded. And then Chewbacca, he's got AoE, he's got Dispel and things like that. So it's not really that straightforward here to be able to survive long enough to evade at least 10 times those attacks. Now obviously if you do have Rey there, you could use Rey in place of one of the droids or even Han, and then she can help you survive long enough. While in ultimate, you can then keep evading attacks and they won't be able to take you out. And that was a pretty straightforward thing that I managed to do in my other account. But I really wanted to find a team without Galactic Legendary. But with this team is possible as well, and that is thanks to here Rey's unique, where she will gain Foresight after every turn. So obviously Foresight, unless there is basic from Han or Ben, she will be able to evade. So that's really good. So she will have lots of Foresight on her all the time. Then also you've got here BB-8. Now why you need here BB-8 and all the droids is so you can really get your own turns going, because you need some extra turn meter gain on your side to offset all the turn meter gain that rebels will be having. Because as we know here from the unique here on BB-8, so droid allies will gain 8% turn meter for each active droid ally. So the more droids, the more turn meter your droids will get. And then BB-8 goes first. He starts off with using or spreading the secret intel, and this will then feed turn meter to Rey, and then you can get your whole turn meter train going. And then on top of that, BB-8 also has a 50% chance whenever he takes damage to gain Foresight. So again, more Foresight here, more chance for you to evade the attacks and go against the feat. Okay, so let me show you the mods here on BB-8 as well. So modded for speed, so he's at 301. And then I got R2 next here, so he's Relic 7, also modded for some speed, so he's at 288. And again, you got an additional Foresight here from R2D2, so on his smoke screen again you can apply Foresight on someone, which again helps you evade more attacks. And as well, if you do have obviously Zeta on him, and you really should have this Zeta, whenever light side ally scores a critical hit, they will dispel debuffs on themselves, so it will allow you to cleanse off all those dots stacking from the global modifier. And on top of that, his basic can stun, so you know, trying to land a stun on 3PO and Chewie as well as Old Ben. If you can do that, that's really good. Up next, 3PO, so mine's at Relic 5, also modded for some speed, so I have him at 253 here. And 3PO does so many things here, but mostly he will spread his stack of translations, call everybody to assist, which will again drive your team there. And then finally, for the final spot here, I chose Han here. Now mine's a Relic 6, modded for offense here and some speed. But Han himself, he is there only for one reason and one reason alone: to stun the other Han. Because as you've seen in the first battle, when Han goes, he goes boom, 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 and you lose one character before he even gets a turn. So in order that your Han shoots first, you will need to make sure you do put some speed on him. Now when my Han was at 231 speed, he wasn't fast enough to go before enemy Han. So I bumped his speed to 240, and now this was enough that my Han shot first and I was able to stun the other Han. So that's the only reason why Han is there, so that you stop their turn meter train going at the beginning, and then you can get your own turn meter train going before they get it going. Alright, so without molds and strategy about this team in the second battle here out of the way, let's just jump into the battle. Alright, here we go. So as mentioned before, Han here, mine's at 240 speed, so just do at least 240 speed on your Han and he will go first. You can go ahead and stun enemy Han there, so then enemy Han wasn't able to immediately take somebody out. And then your team is ready to go, so just push back some turn meter there and get your BB-8 going here. And then just a case of going after these guys, picking them off one by one. Here, just like I said, applied healing immunity there over on Fulcrum. There we go, because at least this debuff she won't be able to cleanse. And then here, Han did his job, okay? He was there just for the initial stun. The Rey and the 3 droids can carry this battle themselves, so just use smoke screen over there on Han. Once he gets attacked, he will evade, which will count for your feat. And as well, obviously, you've got their R2 hidden in stealth, so when he does his AoE burning, which potentially can apply multiple exposes, give turn meter to your team, remove turn meter from the enemy, they won't counterattack because he's in stealth. So just expose Han, he did his job. And here just call everybody to assist. Hopefully we land a stun there on Chewie. Nope, no stun. Okay, so Bandit Mind Tricks, there you go. We evaded one attack there. Get a stun. There we go. Yeah, so now they're forced to go after Han here. I'm just working on 3PO and Chewie there while he's stunned. So there goes Han, thank you. So there was another dodge there. And let's push back their meter on Han here. Just put a basic. And here we go. Call here to assist. I call there 3PO to assist because Rey had 3 stacks of translation. So then he would increase her cooldown, so she'll be able to use back-to-back her special abilities. And now let's apply over there confusion on all Ben so he can't gain taunt, because confusion will prevent gaining buffs. Now we can safely do their AoE burn because R2 was still in stealth. So there you go, Ben wasted his taunt, so he won't be able to taunt. Let's just push back turn meter and look. So as you can see, lots of turn meter removal. Alright, here we go. So 3PO and Chewie is gone, so we don't need to worry about his dispels. Now old Ben, he got taken out by the dots. Alright, so here I could take them out very quickly here, but I just wanted to take my time to make sure that they attack my guys with foresight so I can actually get the evasion feat done. Alright, so there's another dodge there. And we can push back turn meter there. So see my guys have foresight. So let's go after Han here. There we go. Again, take Han out because his basic can't be evaded anyway, so he won't really help us gain the evasion feat. There we go. So you can go here after Luke now. He cleansed, there you go, another evasion. So you can see this foresight is really helping us here to get that feat. Okay, so here I'm just trying to target certain characters, there we go, to get counter attacks. And another evasion. Oh, lost BB-8 there. Alright, more dodging. Again, let's call Rey there to assist. Push back turn meter. Okay, another dodge. There we go. So we got only Luke to go, another dodge. And now when it's literally like 1v1 with Rey and CLS, Silas won't be able to do much to her because she will all the time have foresight on her. Now he's got 2 stacks of confusion, so he won't be counterattacking. Obviously there was a foresight on 3PO as well there, so there was another evade. Let's again put foresight over there on 3PO. And I think hopefully this was enough times we evaded here. Let's have a look. I think it was, because we evaded quite a lot of attacks now. So there we go. So evaded at least 10 attacks there, as well as removed 400% turn meter on everybody. So there you go, guys. That's how I completed here all the feats without using Galactic Legend. Now, especially the Evasion one will probably take a little bit of more, tries, because there in the end, while it looked a bit dicey, I only had the ray left. I was delaying the attacks because I wanted to get enough evasions to get the feat, but the actual turn meter removal part is really straightforward. You can just throw Ray and all these droids in with Han, and you don't need to worry about it. You just take these guys out and you will achieve this. But when it comes to evasion, you do have to a little bit play it, try to get counterattacks when you have evasion. But the reason why I took 3PO and Chewie out, because he can dispel, and then also Old Ben, his basic can't be evaded. Han, his basic can't be evaded. So those 3 guys just take out, and then once you're only down to Ahsoka, Falcon there, and Luke, like I did, then just slow it down. Try stall taking them out. Let them keep hitting Ray or BB-8 there, that they've got all the time foresight on them, and you should be also in a good position to get the red crate this time, because yay, no Mando feeds this time, so you don't need to have Beskar Mando to get the best rewards on Mondays in the month of January. Alright guys, I hope you found this video useful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.